Think of the group of people you've known the longest, the people you consider to be your closest friends. Now, when you came together and formed this clique, this group, what was your common bond? Music, sports, similar morals, or was it just general interest that you all seemed to share? One thing I noticed since going to college is that when you come home and meet up with that group, things are completely different. They've all gone to different colleges in different states. They've made new friends, formed new groups, and shared new stories that you weren't a part of. Everything has changed, even yourself, but you're not self-aware enough to notice. I feel like it's a common formula that all friends face. They're one and the same before college. But then even during the first extended break, you can notice subtle changes, and everyone has a stereotype that they fulfill. All parties with your high school classmates are the same until you take a step back and realize how evident these changes have become. You may be thinking to yourself, if I don't have anything in common with these people anymore, then why am I still friends with them? The answer is simple, really. Convenience. It's convenient to hang out with these people, no matter how little you connect with them, because at some point, you did connect with them. You know enough about them that being in their presence isn't a burden. Let's face it, it's just easier to tolerate these people than to make new friends. I mean, at this age, new quote-unquote friendships are only based around two key things: drinking and fucking. Can I drink with this person or can I fuck this person? Are the only two questions you ask yourself when you encounter a fresh face, or even an old one. While convenient, there are a lot of downsides that come along with these parties, the worst of which is a small talk catch-up. I found the response, oh, you know, can end these awkward chats effectively. Because if you don't exit the conversation early, you could end up like Claire. Claire probably got caught up talking to some old friends, reminiscing about high school, sharing stories about college, and commenting on how everyone has changed. Some more than others. Now in high school, Claire was one of the few attractive girls who was more on the nerdy side, but once she went to college, all of that was a thing of the past. Instead of studying and focusing on schoolwork, she found a new pastime: drinking. And boy did she love it. She went from a shy bookworm to a typical lush who could never turn down a shot, as opposed to the burnout who could never turn down a hit. That's Phoebe, and ironically enough, she never touched a single drug all throughout high school. If memory serves me, she claimed edge junior and senior year. I'm sure that went out the window the first week of college. I don't know if it's because we're young, impressionable, or just want to fit in, but the first week of college, all morals and ideals become distant memories. Needless to say, Phoebe and Claire really latched on to the college is a time to experiment and try new things mentality. Phoebe and Claire's changes were from one extreme to the other. Some of us don't even change that drastically, but the differences are apparent.
In high school, everything was moved on and once you went to college, all that was a total. Quit studying and focusing on school.
Another obvious difference I found between high school and college has been girls' interest in guys. Take Vinny, for example. In high school, he was a sweetheart and girls loved him. College was a whole new ballgame that he wasn't prepared for. You see, in college, for some reason, still unbeknownst to me, girls flock to guys who will treat them like shit or only have one intention. Yep, you guessed it, to get in their pants. If Vinny thinks he's gonna sweep Olivia off her feet tonight with kind words and good intentions, the kid's gonna get his heart broken. Vinny is an example of a partygoer with good intentions, but for every one person who means well, there are at least two with bad intentions. In this case, it's Olivia and Carter. Carter used to be one of those people who would give anything to anyone or lend a helping hand, no questions asked. Olivia used to be the innocent girl next door. Fast forward 4 years, and all the upstanding qualities either of them once possessed have faded. See, Carter, unlike Vinny, caught on to the chicks dig dicks trend. Along with plenty of willing girls, Carter fills the player stereotype to a T. Olivia, sweet, innocent Olivia, is turned into the poster child of one-night stands, the token slut. From what I saw in the bathroom, they're on the fast track to a night of poor decisions. That is, as long as Carter's girlfriend doesn't find out. Along with the small talk catch-ups, another awkward situation I avoid like the plague is the, hey, remember me? Because odds are I don't. We didn't talk in high school, or if I borrowed a pencil that one time in English because you sat 2 seats behind me, why do you think you made a big enough impression on my life 4 or 5 years later? But needless to say, it always happens. Sometimes, very rarely, sometimes the person posing the question is yourself. Sonia was the quietest girl in our graduating class. Much like Claire, she was a part of the nerd congregation. However, she wasn't always blessed with good looks like Claire. She's a classic ugly duckling scenario. She had acne, was flat-chested, didn't say much. But now, she's a whole new person. She slowly became the exception to my rules. I wanted to know what she'd been up to. She wanted to know about me, and I felt myself slipping into the conundrum I've tried so desperately to avoid. Although we were having an actual conversation, I knew the intention that was in the back of our heads. Sex. Studies say that men think about sex every 7 seconds. I think that's horseshit. However, when there's alcohol involved, it's a fact. But after seeing Carter and Olivia in the bathroom, my thought process grew sober. From what I learned about Sonia tonight, I was becoming genuinely interested in her. As opposed to, you're allergic to red dye 40? That's fascinating. Want to go back to my place? But then came the monkey wrench. See, she was a lightweight and got drunk, fast. You may be asking yourself, what's the problem? I have morals, that's the problem. Unlike the vast majority of these fuck-ups I call my friends, I can't take advantage of someone who's more intoxicated than I am. This brings us to the final stereotype that is fulfilled at any party. The angry drunk. On the surface, Sonia is as sweet as an innocent lamb. But once you mix in alcohol and her not getting what she wants, you create a vicious lion ready to attack. It's funny, really. Think of the group of people you've known the longest and who they've become. They transformed into a completely different person that you once knew. Whether it be the angry drunk, the burnout, the slut, the lush, the player, or the nice guy who finished last. And in some rare cases, you stay the same. Essentially, we've turned into the college version of the Breakfast Club, except all these people of my past and present are ending up alone tonight. Even though I'm in the same boat, at least I'm not lonely. At least I'm not a statistic. At least I know I'm better than them.